this was just brought to my attention. It's customary after the inauguration for the president to attend mass, to attend church service. All presidents have done it. It's customary. So Donald Trump goes to the service. And what this woke, racist pastor has to say was mind-blowing. The fact that she took this moment during what's supposed to be glorifying of God, the Most High God, the Creator, she decided to use it as a stage to promote propaganda and some of the most racist remarks you ever heard from the pulpit. And as always in Donald Trump fashion, after the sermon, he had some choice words when the media asked him what he thought about what she had to say, because it was just mind-blowing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to play the clip of what the woke racist pastor, Catholic pastor, had to say to President Trump. And then I'm going to also show you the clip on his response, give you a little bit of commentary, and see what you think about it. It's just crazy. Check.
Unity is relatively easy to pray for on occasions of great celebrity. It's a lot harder to realize when we're dealing with real differences in our private lives and in the public arena. But without unity, we're building our nation's house on sand. With a commitment to unity that incorporates diversity and transcends disagreement, and with the solid foundations of dignity, honesty, and humility that such unity requires, we can do our part and in our time to realize the ideals of a dream of America. Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families.
Now, right there, okay, I want to stop just for a second, because this preacher is in there talking about LGBTQ and whatever alphabet children, right? So we're talking about homosexuality and transgenderism in the church. Now, God is supposed to be, omnipresent, all-knowing, unchanging, but yet the church constantly changes. The church is constantly flipping what it is that was taught just to get, I don't know if it's to get more people in for more money or what it is. And so in the church, when did it become popular to promote or support homosexuality? And listen, let's just be straight about it. Most people don't care. Love who you love, do what you do. The problem was when this whole transgender thing, which kicked off about 5-6 years ago, I believe it was right when Trump was coming into office, because we weren't talking about this during his first term at all. But then over the Biden administration, it seemed like they were trying to make every straight male gay, make every little girl believe that they should be with another girl, make boys feel like they should be girls, girls feel like they should be boys. And the issue came when they started trying to force it upon us. They tried to ram it in our throats, no pun intended. They tried to force it upon us, where I remember the gay movement, for the last 20 years or so, nobody cared if two gay people were together. And then they try to use, people are afraid, transgenderism. RuPaul, you've heard of RuPaul? About a 6'5" tall black man that dressed in drag at a hit show. Remember that? Remember the rock group Twisted Sister? These were 5 white guys dressed in wigs and dresses. So, I don't want to hear that stuff about, people are, what they call it, whatever the phrase is when you're against transgenderism. The issue came when they started putting it in front of our kindergartens, our first graders, our second graders. That's where the problem came. But she's not done. Check out what else she has to say.
Some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals. They may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, gurdwara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away.
Now, I'm going to stop it there. Meat packers, laborers, what else did she say? Dishwashers, crop pickers. Listen to how, look at her view on what illegal immigrants are good for. And this is insane. And they're pushing this like, oh, we just so concerned about the illegal immigrants. No, they're not. They're looking for modern day slavery to bring here to America. And their objective was to create a built-in democratic base. You bring these people here and you tell them, hey, without us, you're not going to be here. They thought they were going to have a built-in base. But Governor Abbott in Texas, he changed the game because what they thought they could just flood it. Nobody would realize what's happening. And next thing you know, they were going to flip Texas blue and all California and all this stuff. But Governor Abbott, in his wisdom, started shipping those people all over the country. And when the world started seeing it, people all over the country started seeing it, we started realizing this might not be the best thing, especially when that bus was dropped off up there in Martha's Vineyard. Those rich people had that bus turned around faster than your head could spin. But I thought we were all inclusive, and I thought we wanted everybody to be here. Yeah, as long as everybody wasn't at Martha's Vineyard. So these people are sick. They're crazy. And the fact that she's doing this in a church service is even more appalling. But that's D.C. for you. And I would not be surprised if whoever on Trump's staff, well, it was customary, so he can't fire anybody behind this. But wait till you see what he had to say about the service. But this is nuts. She's not done.
And that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we will all want strangers in this land. May God grant us the strength and courage to honor the dignity of every human being, to speak the truth to one another in love, and walk humbly with each other and our God for the good of all people in this nation and the world.
Yeah. Now, that was the crazy thing she decided, this woke pastor decided to do during the middle of service, trying to get a gotcha. And you already know the liberal media is running with it. I mean, and just get ready, y'all. This is only the second day of his presidency, and they're already starting to crap. They tried to create this propaganda thing with Elon like he was doing the Hitler salute. That was already debunked. They're going to try to find the saddest person crying at the border and say, oh, look at how inhumane this is. As a matter of fact, I did a video on that, but recently. But check out what Trump had to say in regard to the service that the preacher had. This will really trip you out.
This hour that we want to bring to you, we're getting new sound from President Trump coming straight from the National Day of Prayer. And, President Trump had some remarks for it. He was asked how the service was. And, this is what he said. We'll tell you a little bit more about it on the back end.
Mr. President, what did you think of the sermon? What did you think of the sermon? What did you think of the service?
What did you think? Did you like it? Did you find it exciting? Not too exciting, was it? I didn't think it was a good service, no. Thank you very much.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
Thank
you. That's Trump. They could do much better. And he's right. That's the president of the United States. And you're going to call him out, single him out in the middle of a church to promote the fact that he needs to protect LGBTQIA children and then the illegal immigrant children. What about American children? What about the children of those people who have been killed and victimized by illegal immigrants? What about them? What about other people who want to love who they love? If they're straight, what about them? You see, we've taken, and no country has ever run like this. Countries run more, we always ran on more of a populace, but we've taken 1.5% of our society, and we're making everybody conform and fit in these boxes. Let me explain something to you, please. Delusion is a world and a land that I never like visiting. And when a man who identifies as a woman, is 6 foot tall, has a mustache, a voice deeper than mine, but is wearing a wig, wants me to call him ma'am or refer to him as a woman and want me to deny my lying eyes, that is insane. And then will be pissed off at me or pissed off at somebody because how would I know what you identify as? Because you got a wig on? But you got a mustache, you're 6 feet tall, and you walk around talking like this. And then there's people that intentionally go out knowing they look like a man, but got a wig on, even a little light stash, just to record people misgendering them, which is what they call it. I almost went crazy in the grocery store one day. There was this girl, and I walked down, I was like, "See you later, Miss Lady." And she looked at me like, I'm binary or whatever it is, non-binary or something. And I got home and I was like, oh my God, I called that woman a woman and how dare I? And I said, oh, whoa, like Scooby-Doo, Raggy? I said, what the heck am I doing? I'm tripping. That was a freaking woman that I saw. Now, granted, I may not be familiar with what she wanted to identify as, but what I saw and who that was a female, was a woman with a uterus. I made a mistake. No, I didn't. I called it how I saw it. But they got offended by that, which is crazy. And what's really funny is when everybody can identify as what they want. But if I walk into a place and I walked into a bank, it was like, yes, I'd like to withdraw $1 million. They say, well, sir, how can you do that? And you say, yes, my name is such and such. I'm a rich multimillionaire businessman. And that's what I identify as. And the fact that if you don't identify as that with me, you are being a bigot. You're being judgmental. You're being prejudiced. And we need to cancel you. So give me everything I ask. I want you to treat me as if I'm an Asian crypto creator that's worth $100 billion. I'd like to be treated. It sounds nuts. They say, oh, Brian, that's crazy. Is it really? When a 6'3" man with a mustache and muscles bigger than mine can call themselves a woman and get pissed off if anybody else doesn't see them as a woman. Oh my God, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But I just wanted to jump in and share this with y'all. It was funny, but it's sad. It's funny, but it's sad because this is what the church has evolved to. At least that woke church in DC. But it's not just that one. I see clips online of crazy stuff going on in churches where it looks almost like a nightclub or it is super demonic. Either which way, I'm always prayed up. My wife and I stay away from organized religion. You know why? Too much BS. I pray to the Most High God. I give thanks, I ask for help. I give gratitude for strength. Pray for my loved ones, my friends. But as far as all that organized stuff, plus they want to get some money grab. I do more good taking my $20 and feeding 2 people on the street than I would putting it in that collection plate. But that's my belief. Now, are there some good churches out there? Absolutely. But there are a lot of bad ones too. So I just wanted to jump in and show you what this woke racist pastor had to say, how she feels. And this is really how the Democrats feel, that illegals are just good for picking crops, washing dishes, packing meat. And that everybody needs to bow down to the LGBTQIA people. Forget the Americans that have been killed. Forget the families that have been hurt by them. Forget the families in America that have been split up and broken by them because somebody's been robbed and traumatized or killed or raped. And their family will never be the same again. Oh, no, 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 no. We've got to be concerned about the illegal immigrants. Why is it that the Democrat Party is so concerned with everybody else except us? But that's a question for another video. Hey, listen, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button for me. I'll never ask you for a cash app. I'll never ask you for a super chat. But your like is currency. It helps spread the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification, and select all. That way you'll be updated when I upload new videos. On this channel, I share sales strategy and political and current events. So if you liked it, subscribe, man. And if you haven't already, remember, hit that like button. Other than that, I appreciate you for watching. I'm Brian Maxwell, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Over and out.